Hi everybody, my name is William Boyer, and today I wanted to take some time to inform you on the art of being a catcher in baseball. We'll start with the roles and responsibilities of a catcher, transition into some characteristics that coaches may look for in a catcher, and then move on to the setup and the stance, and finish with receiving. In catching, it requires a mastery of more refined skills than any other position on the field. There's a lot of information that goes through the catcher's hands that it's important that all their skills are extremely polished. Some of the roles and responsibilities of a catcher, with all the information going through their hands, they really got to be the coach on the field and be able to extend the information that the coach is providing them into the rest of the players on the diamond. If the pitcher is struggling, he's got to be able to instill confidence in his pitcher and know his pitching staff and how to approach each guy. Some guys might be a little bit harder on themselves when other guys might have more of a free spirit type mentality. Their job is to control game tempo and be able to continue to have that pitcher in a good pitch tempo, that when he's succeeding, that he's continuing to stay in that tempo. He has to have good rapport with the umpire. It's important that the umpires have a good feel for the catcher and that they trust them, that they're going to protect him, and it may get you a call or two. Some of the characteristics that coaches, look for in a catcher is that their skill set is extremely polished. That they have a heightened awareness, that they understand game management, they know how to read hitters and make good decisions under pressure. They're commanding field presence. They play with a lot of energy and passion. They're kind of the general out there. They're the guys that are pretty much in charge a lot of the time, and they have infectious confidence. This is a big one for me, that they go out and they're gritty, blue collar, just very hard nosed type players that just work hard and have just great desire. They're emotionally mature, that they can, if they have a poor at bat, that they can leave the bat in the rack, so to speak, and be able to go out and still command the game and do what we ask them to do. And they're extremely focused. These guys they'll go out and they got to stay focused. We try to make sure that they catch every single ball thrown to them. A lot of these guys are team first type guys. They got low egos, and that they have the X factor, the ability to communicate and understand each pitcher's ticks and how they go out and prepare. Let's change gears now a little bit and talk about the setup and the stance. The setup, we like the guys to be very comfortable, balanced, and athletic. It's important that they're close to the hitter so that they can get the glove out into the strike zone and give that umpire a good view, and that they move their body late into their primary and secondary stances. Let's talk a little bit about the signal stance. As you can see in the top right corner, the picture, the feet are about 6 inches apart and the knees are pointed to the shortstop and the second baseman, respectively, and the hand is tight in to give a good solid signal to the pitcher that's easily visible by him but nobody else. As we move on, the primary stance is its typical stance of nobody on base. This is more of just a receiving stance where we don't have to worry about throwing or blocking. The feet are about shoulder width apart in the ground, and the toes are pointed out a little bit so that the lateral movement is a little bit easier, as if the feet are parallel. It's really important that the body's square up to the pitcher and that we show a nice low target to them. And as you can notice in the picture, Buster Posey's thumbs at about 2 o'clock on the dial, so that it's important that they receive a good target and that can cover the lower half with that 2 o'clock position. The secondary stance is typically with a runner on base, or if the hitter has 2 strikes on him, so that we can put ourselves in a nice throwing position and our feet into a position to where we can block. You typically want to be a little bit higher and become a little bit more athletic in this position, so you're a little bit more mobile. It's important that your body's still square to the pitcher and that the feet are slightly staggered to give us a little bit of a head start on that throwing slot. Once again, the glove is still at 2 o'clock, and the throwing hand this time is a little bit more towards the midline of the chest, kind of towards the sternum, that when we catch, we can transfer quickly and not have to worry too much about that long transfer, getting that hand to the glove. Receiving. This is by far the most important part of a catcher. We demand that they catch the ball every single time it's thrown to them. So it's important to have a nice, quiet body with strong hands. You know, the less movement in that body and the stronger those hands are, they'll be able to focus better with less movement and catch the ball where it's thrown. It's very important that that glove beats the ball to the spot. When it's late, it's real easy for the momentum of that glove to take the ball with it and take it a very close strike call out of the zone that we may cost us a strike to look like a ball. The glove acts like a lever. You got to kind of pretend that there's a wall in front of you and a wall behind you, that if that hand extends too far out, it becomes easy to fall back. But if we catch the ball too deep, it allows us to lose weight into our heels, possibly losing balance on our backside, which once again can make a strike look like a ball. This is very, very important that there's rhythm in the hands prior to the release. We like our catchers to have that nice 2 o'clock thumb slot, but on release, we like to see that quarter turn to where that back of the hand faces the pitcher, and so the hands get a little bit softer on that pitch down, and that we can protect that thumb. In conclusion, learning the roles and the responsibilities of a catcher is pivotal to a team's success on the field, and it's also extremely important for the individual in taking their game to the next level. Thanks.